Aliens can be glamorous too. Cosmic. Luxury. YouTube. Iconic. Make it a costume. Hello humans, Gita Rose here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just being silly because I come from the theater and that's what I do. I like being silly and playing costumes. And I hope that my little backdrop today isn't too busy, but I wanted to bring in the elements of play and costume and material and different types of permission slips. So today is kind of just like a gabbing with Gita type of video. It isn't necessarily about any particular topic, just sharings that have happened to me within the last couple of weeks that I am excited to share with people. And honestly, it really helps me ground to be able to get ready for the next steps and the next things that I want to talk about, or different concepts or ideas that Bella, the being that I channel, is ready to talk about. So I will first start with a little bit of a background about who Bella is, where she says she comes from, what timeline she's in, what race, yada yada yada, gabbing with Gita, yell, yada yada talk. So she is from what has been labeled the Yael race. From what I understand, the different stories that I'm collaborating, I suppose it's all the co-collaboration, but that I'm gathering and bringing together different channelers. Aishua of the Yael through Sean Swanson talks about the Yael actually being a very ancient race, that at one point humanity and the Yael were one and the same. This would be before our history as we understand it, and what I tune into would be maybe around the time of Mu, or even before that, around the time of Pangea, or Pan. Different agreements came into place, different desires for exploration of density went into place, and essentially the races split and went to go explore different timelines. One aspect of what we are now, humanity stayed in third density, as I understand it, as I classify it, and aspects of the Yael stayed into fourth density, this very dreamlike, fluid expression of reality. Then at some point in what we would understand are pretty recent past, late 1940s, 1950s, aspects of the Yael made agreements with the beings we understand as the Greys to participate in a level of the hybridization program to essentially, in a way, make hybrids of hybrids of hybrids, using this ancient Earth DNA combined with this parallel timeline version of human that became the Grey, made a new being. This new generation of hybrid of the Yael is what I understand to be the fifth hybrid race that the Bashar talks about. And Bella is from this timeline of the Yael race. Very recent in a way in our timeline, and from what I understand, she's very much in our timeline, in our present, and right now roughly is about the age of as young as 17 to maybe at most 25. And when she comes through me, she does have the ability to traverse her timelines and to bring in aspects and information from a variety of different points within her timeline in one given phrase or sentence. So I've been cluing into her more, and her energy and her vibration and her story, and being able to get more answers of questions that I have on my own, such as, what is the name of where the Is.a.Bell come from? I asked Bella a few weeks ago, and I talk to myself a lot. Like, I don't necessarily have to go completely into the altered state. I've talked to myself since I was a young kid, playing out different scenes. Again, being from the theater, this is how I channel my own information, and I think connect to Bella and different entities since I was a child. And so I didn't go into the altered state this day, but I was really curious what the name of their realm was. And what came through me, just I was talking to myself, playing in my imagination, playing in my theater game, Adora-pan, Adora-pan, Adora-a-pan. A door is opening to Adora-pan, Adora-pan. And I loved it. It resonated with me. And I shared this with my friends, Reuben, Langdon, and Wieteke, Koolhof, and got synchronicities and validations, different ways of looking at this word, and it's almost a palindrome. I'll leave a link to the talk that I had with Wieteke and Reuben. And then, dun dun dun! I gotta be honest, I'm shook, like, dang. I had honestly really quite a moment with this, and this is why I'm making this video. That's really just kind of like a catch up with Gita, because it's really helping me ground all of the validation and extreme synchronicity and full-on contact in a way that I've been receiving. My mind, honestly, when I first saw this crop circle, wanted to write it off as a coincidence. I know there's no such thing. I know there's no such thing. I know this is not only a synchronicity, but seems very much to be direct, literal confirmation and contact. And maybe even it's not, you know, there's so many different ways to look at things, but I do feel Bella and the rest of the gang, when I slip into this sensation of doubt, I can feel them laughing at me and joking with me like, oh, guess we weren't literal enough. And there's so much symbolism in this. A door is opening. A door is opening for all of us to be able to get more information, more contact, more integration. And that door is ultimately within each and every one of us. And we are all in our own unique ways taking those steps inside our own hallways. And it's a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience to see on a multitude of different levels. I'll maybe do a video specifically about crop circles and how I think they come about. Maybe we could even do a video where I bring in Bella and have her explain. But from my perspective, what is happening with the crop circles is a multitude of different things, a multitude of different timelines, a variety of collectives of our galactic family, our hybrid family, future Earth human, elemental consciousness, and the plant consciousness itself within the wheat. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail about this because honestly I'm still kind of like downloading my own information, but it is, in my opinion, definitely something that is very, very real. There are ones that are very real and manifest almost instantly, and it's a very intricate and beautiful and also in ways very simple way that this is coming about through our consciousness, our connections with our higher selves, with these different differentiated beings, and the consciousness of Gaia herself and the plants herself, themselves, that are wishing to participate in this co-creation. Okay, so next topic, what the, I think, title of this video may be referring to, and this is not clickbait. Yes, I will show you the image. So I contacted Vashta Narada. I think I'm saying that right. In my reality, she's like, just Vashta. Like, she doesn't even need a last name. She's an artist based in Europe who does many renderings and portraits for people wishing to connect with different aspects of their hybrid friends and family and children and guides and connections. She's able to tap into a variety of connections for people to bring through whatever image they're most desiring or whatever being I think is most relevant for any individual. I will leave a link also with her website and different ways that people can get in contact with her if they would like to partake in her services. I contacted her a few months, I don't know, time, so funny, but a little bit ago to have her potentially do a portrait rendering of Bella. And she said she would be able to get to it within a few weeks. I said, great, I'm almost a little scared to see it, so take your time. Absolutely. I then got the message from Bella that Bella had very specific information and ways of presenting herself that she wished to share with Vashta. Ooh, I just get so excited. Like, there's just so much excitement with all these beings talking to each other. So I've been getting visions, understandings, downloads of Bella's archetype, or at least how she's wanting to present herself to me, to us in this now. Really pulling from what we might define as Earth history costumes, or silhouettes coming from the 1880s or even into later times, but really playing with very earth-looking, very feminine silhouettes and costumes, as well as bringing in an air of fantasy and magic. And there is this theme as well of this fantasy world that comes in through a Dorapan as well. And she is being very strategic in the way that she's presenting herself and being very honest with me that she's a shapeshifter and a trickster and part of this ultimate transformation 13 energy, and is showing her story very specifically to me and in stages as well. And so, here it is. For reals though, thank you, Vashta. So sublime, such a clean channel you are. Like, Bella did give her specifics, but she was also very specific in relaying to Vashta that there's room open for interpretation. And the energy that comes through in this image is star-telling to me. It is I'm still a little shook. That's why I'm making the video, because this is helping me ground. I'm just being so silly today. Thanks for playing along. So Vashta may be making a video, I think, with the image and the recording of Bella's message to her. So I won't go into any more detail about the message. I will wait for Vashta to make her creation and to share that, and she can like flick her pinky and make gorgeousness. So I'm excited to see what she's going to come up with in regards to the sharing. But there were so many synchronicities in the image. Like, all Bella said was that she was playing with 1880s silhouette. But what I've seen is exactly that high collar, the brooch, the buttons, like exactly. And it is astonishing to me. One little bit that I will say, Bella has said a few times before that she and the rest of the guild, the rest of the hybrid contact specialist guild, are very, very, very excited for Doctor Who. For the 13th season of Doctor Who with Miss Jodie Whittaker, who already is being so gracious. Like, she's... Jodie, I'm really excited for her rendition of the Doctor, and from what I've heard, people has said that she's just so gracious. She's so lovely with the fans. She's so approachable, and she's so excited to be taking on that role of the Doctor and all of the responsibility in a way that comes with that. But responsibility is just our ability to respond. And so, little spoiler there, sweetie. We're all very excited for the 13th Doctor Who, and Bella is pulling from that archetype. The care in her ship is very similar to a TARDIS in a way. I'll go more into that in another video. But very much resonates with this Time Lord, time travel, shape-shifting archetype. So thank you for watching. I feel like this has maybe been kind of random, but it's just about revealing this portrait of Bella and opening a door for more people to clue into her specific energy. And then from there, any energies of any other hybrid or any other archetype or any other way of telling story or any other costume, any other permission slip to present itself to someone to activate whatever their next step or next leg of integration may be. So thank you to everyone for watching this. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Big thank you to all of my new friends, Reuben, Langdon, Wieteke. I'm still not sure if I'm even saying that one right. Wieteke, Koolhof, and Ashley Epstein. And a huge, big, wonderful thank you to Vashta as well. Aliens can be glamorous too. YouTube. Stardom. Glamour is timeless. I'm actually very serious. SIRIUS us. Seriously, sincerely, thank you for watching and supporting my journey thus far. The door is open. Aloha.